take your car out.
This is awesome.
It's time to grow.
You're crazy.
Little while
Go faster. Stop.
it'll all be alright.
I raised my son to be careful,
Hey, sweetie.
but just to be safe,
So don't you worry.
I got a Subaru.
Love. It's what makes a Subaru a Subaru.
Coleman Subaru, 1710 North Alden Avenue, Ewing, New Jersey, or colemansubaru.com.
5 million customers use Leica Mobile for affordable international mobile calls, connecting over 2.5 million mobile calls daily, helping our customers stay in touch with their loved ones, whether they be in Asia, Africa, Europe, or the rest of the world. Every 5 seconds, a new Leica Mobile customer joins our growing family, helping you to make affordable international calls across the world. Leica Mobile. Call the world for less.
Welcome back to CAN, Caribbean Affiliate News. My name is Siobhan Gubin. This segment of the news is sponsored by Claire. In the U.S. Virgin Islands, on Wednesday, Governor John DeJong directed the Commissioners of Licensing and Consuming Affairs and Planning and Natural Resources to provide him with updated reports on the present resources and facilities available on the island of St. Croix. And I quote, "I want to ensure that there is no disruption to the supply of gasoline and diesel fuel for motor vehicles and/or marine uses, as well as no disruption to the supply of propane for cooking as well as commercial or industrial uses, given the announcement by Hovensa that it will stop supplying the island when present fuel supplies are exhausted." DeJong has obtained reports on these issues over the past months, but updated information about such capacities is now pressing. Additionally, the governor wants to know that all alternative facilities and suppliers are fully licensed, permitted, and compliant with the environmental and safety regulations that apply to their operations. The legislature voted on August 7 to reject the Fourth Amendment agreement that would have governed the sale of the Hovensa refinery on St. Croix. In releasing a letter from the owners of the Hovensa refinery responding to the legislature's rejection of the amended concession agreement, DeJong said on Tuesday, "We are now on a collision course that I did not want for us, but it is clear that we are on a confrontation path with the owners of Hovensa." Dominican citizens have been assured that there is no hanky-panky deal between the Venezuelan oil company PDVSA and the Dominica National Petroleum Company amidst a media report that Dominica is indebted over $23 million to PDVSA. The Dominican.net reported on August 12 that the Dominica government has been called upon by the Venezuelan government to begin to make payments on its more than $23.6 million owed to that country for petroleum reports. The report stated further that according to information made available to them along with a photograph of the letter, Petróleos de Venezuela, the Venezuela government-owned petroleum company, said that this was its 18th request for payment being made to the Dominican National Petroleum without success. However, Acting Prime Minister and Energy Minister Regional Austri clarified during a live interview with state-owned DBS Radio yesterday that the Dominica government has never refused to pay, nor are we not able to pay, nor are we unwilling to meet our obligations for payment under that agreement. Mr. Austri said based on the agreement signed between both governments, the invoices are to be settled within 90 days, but these invoices have been issued very late, in some cases as much as 2 months late, as therefore affected the payment schedule. According to Mr. Austri, it is not an issue of the Dominican government refusing to pay nor cannot pay, but rather an administrative issue. While he acknowledged that PDVSA is a huge company and it may not be a priority for them to issue the invoices on time, he said there are situations agreed upon by both governments which makes it difficult to make the 90-day stipulated payments. He further explained that the Dominica government has been utilizing some of the funds under a short-term loan facility under the PDVSA agreement to pay projects funded by the Venezuelan government. 28-year-old firefighter Andrew Bridson, his brother 24-year-old Tristan Bridson, and their cousin 38-year-old Kingsley Green were shot and killed on March 15 during what the police said was a shootout. The Director of Public Prosecutions ruled yesterday that Hines and Campbell be charged with the murders. They have been off a frontline duty since the controversial shooting. It is understood that the policemen have retained attorney-at-law Peter Chapagny to represent them. The Independent Commission of Investigations, INDECOM, which probed the case, had reported that the police indicated that a team was on patrol in Shrewsbury when they received a report that gunmen were at a shop in that area. It was reported that they then proceeded to the shop, and on entering the establishment, a man was seen with a gun in his hand which he allegedly pointed at a policeman. The policeman reportedly opened fire, shooting the man, who fell to the ground. It was also alleged that the other two men opened fire on another policeman at the scene, who returned the fire, hitting both men. The police allegedly recovered 2 firearms from the scene. Residents, however, disputed this account, claiming the men were killed in cold blood. Days of protest were mounted by angry residents who called for the policemen involved to be brought to the book. In Nevis, Premier and Minister of Finance Vance Omri on Monday said it is commendable that his government has reduced the debt of the Nevis Island administration by some $3 million in the past 6 months. Omri, who was at the time delivering the NIA's fiscal review for the first half of 2013 at a press conference, noted that the debt of the NIA as of June 2013 stood at $333 million, which was a marginal $3.5 million less than the $336.5 million at which it stood in December 2012. According to the finance minister, for the past 6 months, the NIA had been working to improve the management of the public debt through the strengthening of its debt management system. He said his administration had concluding debt restructuring negotiations with the Social Security Board and the Bank of Nevis, and thanked them for acceding to the NIA's request in terms of having favorable consideration for the amounts which were owed to them. Omri also noted that the NIA is presently in negotiations with the St. Kitts and Nevis Anguilla National Bank Limited to complete the arrangement made by the former administration to have land sold to cover the whole or part of the debt owed to the institution. And I quote, "I do not believe that we will have favorable outcome because I believe also, I'm convinced that the chairman and his senior management recognize that this administration is serious about managing the finances of this country, and that we will do so because it is necessary in any business, and government is really a business, to carefully manage the revenue which is collected, which we hold in trust for the people, and to manage the expenditures so that we do not overextend ourselves, thereby putting pressure on our financiers and having them beginning to wonder whether or not, through any activity of our own, as a large client of the bank, would jeopardize the viability of the institution," he said. According to Omri, when the total debt restructuring is completed, the NIA is expected to see a monthly reduction of at least $1 million in terms of the savings, which the administration could apply to other economic activity in the country. You are watching Caribbean Affiliate News. Stay tuned.
Since we announced Sign and Drive with 0 out of pocket and low monthly payments, cars been flying out of Bronx Honda at a record pace. Whoa! New Accord with 0 out of pocket for $249 a month, or new Civics just $199 per month, or save thousands with 0% financing. You never had to leave the Bronx to get the best price on the Honda. Bronx Honda guarantees the lowest price in the Bronx. Bronx Honda, East Tremont Avenue. Visit BronxHonda.com.
5 million customers use Leica Mobile for affordable international mobile calls, connecting over 2.5 million mobile calls daily, helping our customers stay in touch with their loved ones, whether they be in Asia, Africa, Europe, or the rest of the world. Every 5 seconds, a new Leica Mobile customer joins our growing family, helping you to make affordable international calls across the world. Leica Mobile. Call the world for less.